A shattered man facing serious charges following a recent Wing Drug Task Force investigation. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, approximately half a pound of suspected methamphetamine is off the streets, and a shattered man is in custody following an investigation by the Wing Drug Task Force. 36-year-old Nicholas O'Connor was arrested after a brief pursuit east of Hemmingford after investigators saw him throw a vacuum-sealed bag of drugs out of the car. Court records say that O'Connor told authorities that he had met with someone who had given him the bag, and its contents were, quote, not good. Last week in Box Butte County Court, he was formally charged with possession of meth more than 140 grams, tampering with physical evidence, and no drug tax stamp. A May 28th arraignment date has been set. Well, as we approach Memorial Day, the Scottsbluff County Veteran Service Office is reminding the public your help is needed this coming weekend. Family, friends, and volunteers are asked to help place flags on veterans' graves this coming Saturday. Flags will be available to be placed starting at 9 a.m. at Fairview Cemetery and at 1 p.m. at Sunset Memorial Park. After the holiday, volunteers are asked to help take down the flags starting at 9 a.m. at Sunset Memorial and then immediately after at Fairview. We'll have more news right after this.
Looking for free instead of fees? Platte Valley Bank can help you keep your finances moving forward with no ATM fees. Whether you're headed to the lake, the mountains, or just to the grocery store, you can enjoy the freedom of free ATM access anywhere, anytime. Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
It may be a little more than 4 months away, but organizers for the 13th Annual Monument Marathon are already hitting their stride to ensure this year's race continues to build on its continued success. On Monday, representatives from the WNCC Foundation, Platte Valley Companies, and Western Nebraska Community College were on hand for a kickoff press conference to start generating buzz for the September 28th marathon, half marathon, relay, and 5K.
The race has something for everyone. We are so thankful to our runners, volunteers, and sponsors, and have raised over $47,000 in 23 to support WNCC student success. That brings the total raised over the life of the Monument Marathon to $555,000.
Foundation Director Jennifer Reisig says none of this would be possible without the generosity of Platte Valley Companies for being the title sponsor. PVC President and CEO Hod Kosman says they are very honored to be part of such a great organization, and from the very beginning, it was evident that they needed an organization like WNCC to make the marathon happen. He says he's amazed at seeing all types of runners competing for a variety of reasons.
There's those that have their own personal reasons, and it's a really important part of their life that they did this. And then sometimes I see people who are in their 70s who run 50-plus marathons, and I'm going, well, yeah, you're a little crazy too to do this, but that's okay.
Every year, the Monument Marathon raises thousands of dollars for scholarships awarded by the WNCC Foundation. And this year, student Victoria Schwartz was on the panel and talked about how important the scholarship money was and helped her graduate debt-free. She told KNEB News that WNCC was her plan B after she left UNMC Kearney, but in retrospect, would not have changed a thing.
Honestly, the word I would describe it as life-saving. At the time of, this tragedy, I was probably at my lowest low. I didn't really think I had any other option. So just knowing that I had people there for me, when they weren't my first option, to still, support students to still come back and kind of get me back on track. It truly does mean everything, and it truly was life-saving.
Volunteers are a key component for the Monument Marathon, and Jennifer Reisig says each year it takes upwards of 300 volunteers to make that event happen.
There are definitely things that they can do, that a 2-hour time shift, standing on a corner, helping make sure runners turn the corner while they, have a cowbell making some noise and cheering them on. So we want people to get involved however they want and whatever time they have to give.
To find out more information about the Monument Marathon and ways to get involved, you can visit their website at monumentmarathon.com.
Why love a rain garden? Let me count the ways. Rain gardens contain and filter water runoff while recharging our underground water supply. They provide habitat for birds, bees, and beneficial insects. Native perennials give 4 seasons of color and texture, beautifying a home while increasing its value. Established gardens are low-maintenance, low-water landscape features, colorful, functional, and sustainable. Rain gardens. Brought to you by Tri-City Stormwater. Our water, our responsibility.
For this week's featured Pet of the Week, we meet Sandy, a 2-year-old mixed breed who's been at the Humane Society for more than a month now. Staff says every once in a while they get a dog in who is nearly flawless, and currently that dog happens to be Sandy. She's fully potty trained and can go to a home with kids or other dogs, and walks amazingly on a leash. Her adoption cost is $175, and that includes her spay, microchipping, and all vaccinations. To meet Sandy or any of the dogs and cats available for adoption, you can head on over to the Panhandle Humane Society during normal business hours.
This isn't just a beautiful hospital. It's the home to exceptional patient care. This is where specialty clinics meet your needs. This is where a friendly smile, a warm hand, and an empathetic ear exist to care for you. This is us. Box Butte General Hospital. Great things are happening here.
Welcome to Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. Whether you're a wine enthusiast, a whiskey sommelier, a tequila connoisseur, or you just love your beer, Kelly's has the best selection of what you're looking for. Family owned and operated since 1946 and right on 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Come see us today at Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. And remember to be a good neighbor. Don't drink and drive. Kelly's Liquor, West 27th Street in Scottsbluff.
Let's take a look at your midweek community calendar, brought to you by Riverstone Bank. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
What does it take to get beef from our Nebraska ranches to your table? It takes grit, compassion, and constant care that doesn't stop for weekends or holidays. No matter what it takes, we're proud to raise beef that brings more nutrition to every plate and more enjoyment with every bite. From our families to yours. Beef, it's what's for dinner. Brought to you by Nebraska's beef farmers and ranchers.
Tired of feeling stuck? Not sure if you are on the right track? Platte Valley Bank can help keep your finances moving forward with checking account options to fit your lifestyle and an online account chooser to make finding the right account easy. Control your financial future with helpful budgeting tools and automatic savings plans. Now is the time to enjoy the ride with Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
And finally tonight, a number of area first responders participated in a mass casualty training event at Western Nebraska Regional Airport on Saturday. Agencies directly involved in the training included the Boy Scouts of America, Scottsbluff Rural, Minutair Malbida, Yoder, and Banner County Fire Departments, as well as the Regional West Emergency Department, Airlink, Western Nebraska Regional Airport, and Regional West EMS. Hunter Maglito told KNB News the exercise included the firefighting element, but also had a focus on the EMS response.
So we have EMS, Regional West EMS involved. Airlink is planning on being out here as long as they're not on any runs. And we have several area fire departments out here. So we're going to have live fire, and then I'm kind of taking over on the triage side, the patient side. We'll have 19 to 20 triaged patients that will be treated here and transported to Regional West and then triaged through the emergency room.
He said it took some wrangling to get all of the agencies involved to be able to participate, and said it was an excellent training opportunity for all of the 93 volunteers participating.
I've been a member out here at the airport since 2019. I am also an emergency room nurse. So we were able to combine, and I work Regional West EMS, so we were able to combine all of the entities to come out here and do this absolutely wonderful training with everybody involved.
A large stockpile of debris was ignited on the west side of the airport, producing a large column of black smoke, and the victims were located in a nearby school bus, which simulated the aircraft fuselage. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.